Hailey Bieber's hairstylist has been arrested for talking to a 14, 15-year-old girl that started when she was 13 years old. That's right. His name is Ryan Thompson Pearl, Hailey Bieber's hairstylist. He also has done other celebrities as well. But, you know, Hailey Bieber's, I think, one of the most iconic right now in his roster, which she recently sold her business, Rhode, to Elf Cosmetics for $1 billion. So let's talk about this, guys. This is breaking news. Now, the charges are trying to lure a child for, SA conduct. The Miami police said he also sent her money, all right? And when the parents found out that he was sending her money via Apple Pay, the parents went to the police, and the police then pretended to be the 15-year-old girl and were able to get him on more charges, one of them being him trying to meet the child. He got in the car and tried to go meet her, all right? Now, he's 37 years old. She's 15. Now, according to the police report, the girl first met him when she went to have his hair styled by him. Now, the police knew that he was fully aware that she was a minor, and he sent her photos, videos, inappropriate ones. He was fully aware that she was a minor and still sent photos and was inappropriate in the messages. Now he's facing a slew of charges because of it. And also he had just signed a deal with Redken. This is so bad. I don't know much about clothes, but my hair looks fierce. Let me get my hair, here, hold on. Anyways, guys, I just want to talk about this for a minute. Hailey Bieber has not responded to any of this. I don't think she will at all. I mean, she's a multi-billionaire or billionaire. She's not going to respond to any. It has nothing to really do with her other than they worked together a few times. But, I'm glad that the parents went to the police and the police were pretending to be the girl. But this is what mind blows me, is the fact that, and I believe, people are creatures of habits. If he did this so comfortably with her, he probably did it with other girls too. That's the crazy part. There's also text messages here, the police pretending to be the girl. I don't need to go in that much detail of it. Just know that he has a mugshot. He is arrested right now and facing some charges. So I don't think he's gonna get out of this one, but we'll see how this turns out. Especially in the community that he's in. I'm not trying to be a hater, but when you do hair and makeup, a lot of gossiping goes on. So this news is spreading like wildfire. I don't know if he'll be able to get another job again. For real. I don't know. Especially because whenever you go to someone to do your hair, you tend to look them up and see, who they are and things like that. Actually, I met someone the other day and I put their name on Instagram and it gave me a bio. Automatically, some AI just started letting me know who that person is. Whoa, that was interesting. I was shocked by that. So anyways, let's talk about this. I just cannot comprehend or understand why a 37-year-old man would be attracted to a 15-year-old girl. And they were talking since they were 13. And listen, I'm just one more cancellation away from being YouTube famous. I think, and especially the older generations, I've seen, for example, my mom and my dad were 5 years apart or 7 years apart, right? I noticed that men like to go for younger women if they're of age, right? I've also noticed that women sometimes would go for older men because they're oh, he has money, he's a baller, and stuff I've seen it. Vice versa, I've also seen women, they call them cougars, go for younger men. And some men are looking for cougars and stuff like that. So it's a whole thing, but let me fix my camera. But it's all consensual. It's all hey, this is okay. This is what you're looking for. We're adults here. Unless you're joking and you tell someone, hey, I was joking about that, trying to liven the mood. If you make inappropriate jokes with somebody and they're an adult, then you stop the jokes. And that's it. That's end of story. But all that to say this, I'm just mind blown that that's why I find cases like this so interesting, because I'm I can't relate. I don't know anything about that. And matter of fact, because, I get the news, I get the tea, and I do hire people to help me get some of that from time to time. And some of the people I hire, they're 22, 23, 24, let me see, even 20, 21. And their scope and how they view things is totally different than how I view things. I'm sorry, my camera cut off. What I'm trying to say is that they have a different scope and view of things. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, that person's very attractive. I want to go talk to them, but I don't even know their age. And I'm like, you see, because not that many years ago, you were probably their age. And so that's why I noticed that older people, or just maybe more mature people, they'll walk up to someone and be like, hi, how old are you? That's usually the first thing they say. Hi, how old are you? Oh, okay, 18? Okay, you're of age, right? And then you can go off based off the different states and cities and things like that. But anyways, I just don't find it attractive to talk to a minor. 14, 15, 16. What is it? And that is why I find these shows interesting when they're trying to catch people. And if you drive, you physically get in your car and drive to the minor's house, and you walk in there, sitting on the couch. Are there any cameras? You know what I'm saying? And then the police and stuff come out and they run off. That just mind blows me. That whole entire thing mind blows me. And that's why I find it interesting, because I can't relate. I don't want to relate. I don't get the gig. But I do get the gig when you have an adult that's maybe 5 or 6 years younger dating someone younger than them, and they're also adults of age. I get that gig too, because I've seen it all the time. I've seen, like, I don't know, like a rich oil tycoon that's a man dating, a hot blonde with big boobs, like, and surrounding himself with similar women like that. I see that all the time. I mean, I live in Texas, and I live in a popular area where there's a lot of revenue here. So I do see a lot of Texas oil men with young, hot women all around them. Multiple, coming out of limousines and nice cars. I also have seen women flip the script and have young men around them too. But what I don't see, and this is why I'm calling it out, is what this man, Thompson Pearl over here, is doing with this 15-year-old girl. This is great. And he would always work from Miami and New York. The headline reads, Miami hairstylist who's worked with Hailey Bieber accused of trying to lure teen for SEX, police say. And there are multiple articles out about this. Hairstylists to stars, including Hailey Bieber and Sophie Turner, arrested accused of trying to lure kids. And then, here we go. The high-profile celebrity hairstylist has been arrested and hit with multiple, not just one, multiple charges. Attempting to lure a child for S is one of them. Now, Ryan Thompson has worked with A-listers like Hailey Bieber. And I'm reading this right here off the top of my head, guys. I'm reading it right here. 37-year-old allegedly sent explicit messages, photos of himself to a 15-year-old client that he had met when she was 13. Now, Pearl was arrested after police a sting operation. Damn! Which means they were setting this up. This was a whole setup, guys. With jail records showing that he was booked into Miami-Dade's Turner. Man, Miami-Dade's Miami's like a tough one. He is expected to have a bond hearing later in the day, as well as seducing, soliciting, and luring a child into engage in sexual conduct. He is charged with traveling to meet a child, like he right there. Electronic transmission of harmful to minors, contributing to the delinquency of a child, and cocaine possession. When they found him, he had cocaine in his car, girl. He expected to have a bond hearing later today. The Independent attempt to contact Pearl via his Miami salon for comment on the allegations. According to an arrest report obtained by NBC, the 15-year-old's mother discovered inappropriate conversation between her daughter and Pearl sent via social media and reported them to the police on Saturday. This was a couple days ago. The reason why this happened this past Saturday, but it's hitting the news today because he now has his mugshot. The word has got out. He has a bond now. I hope he has some good lawyers, but even then, I don't think he's gonna get. How do you get out of this one? How do you get? And then if you do, how then do you manage to work in this industry, knowing that it's so big now? I find that the whole thing to be just eye-opening, shocking. If you're a parent and you have a female daughter, look through their phone and you might find an old man in there trying to send them messages and money and stuff like that. And you know what? Stuff like this probably happens more than we think. Let me see. Oh, I gotta go. Love you guys. Rich loves, and I'm out. Mwah.